Can you smell it?
Finally!
Yeah.
The showcase has come back!
Hello everybody.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us
To
this
the showcase.
week. This week,
Retake.
welcome to the showcase. This week we're chatting about a little South African film called Yemi.
Honestly, I'm gonna put out on the table before we get started. I have a reason to be very biased about this film. I won't say what the reason is because then I'm gonna be name dropping and whatever the case is. But let's say I have a friend who's involved in the film. Yeah. So good film, great film. Well, don't give it away.
No, you need the basic plot.
Let's start with this.
No, you need
What's
the
the first thing you noticed about the film? The first thing you noticed was that the film was better than the trailer.
Yes, that was one thing. The trailer,
and that's rare. It's rare for a film to be better than the trailer. I mean, if we just look at I don't know,
but I
Transformers After Earth. Look at any of those films, we pretty much have the the blueprint of how studios deceive the consumer. Yeah. But this film really did. It went above and beyond the trailer. The trailer was interesting, and it usually is, and the trailer usually makes you go, I want to go see that film.
Yeah.
But watching this film was better than the trailer.
The film was very storyteller.
But that's good though, because usually in
dance films it's like
one and not good ones. Like I don't know, Step Up 4 maybe. I mean, so you know what they did is they took a storyline, and it had the dancing culture involved in the storyline, which was great. But when other films do it the other way around, where it's dancing, the gimmick, the spectacle of it all is there, and then it's like a story of a girl who loves a guy, and then at the end, Rihanna makes up with the guy from 21 Jump Street.
The one thing is that they actually incorporated a lot of South African culture.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you see them going to a storyline that we've seen done by America like 3,000 times, normally they would want to emulate the American culture.
Yeah.
Like this one was South African culture, where we saw like Pansula and Spoojwa dancing, and you know.
I don't know what that is. I know people were moving. I don't.
Really, nigga?
The story, we have to get the storyline. The basic plot of it is you have a boy that was, I don't know, there's so much in it.
Well, don't give
but
it
it's
away.
Basically a boy.
It's a journey of discovery of a young man.
Of a young man, and he doesn't want to be in his father's shadow, and he's
that's it.
Trying to, and no, and he's also trying. There's a mystery surrounding like his father's past life, and he's trying to figure that out at the same time.
Well, you don't get that from the trailer, so now.
Yeah, you don't get that from. No, that's not a spoiler. That's not a spoiler.
Anyway,
I didn't spoil nothing for nobody.
Directing was a great job.
Yeah, who's the director? You horrible.
You're gonna tell us not my fault. I forgot, dude.
Who's the main star?
And
Yeah, me move. Scottness L. Smith. So who directed the film?
Scottness L. Smith. That's who directed the film.
Yeah.
Did a great job.
He did.
I like his visuals and everything. You know, I don't like spectacle in general, so there was a bit too much light and too much movements and cutting for me. But that's got nothing to do with the film. The film was great. I really enjoyed it. What I liked the most is he took a story that's local. He dropped in visuals that are global quality visuals. I mean, you can watch that and say an American film this way. I mean, again, not to say that we're not as good, but just to say that Americans are usually the standard of great production value. Really,
especially with the locations. They got some interesting locations that we haven't actually seen on many other South African films. So that was just adding to like the production value, because that's what you want. You want those interesting
quality. Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
But getting into while we're talking about the technical aspect of things, although we don't really go into that too often. But in terms of the score of the film and the music element, I know you had a bit of a problem with that. I personally don't like modern music in general, so I kind of refrain from saying anything about it anyway.
For me, the score was fine. You know, when they get like the emotional moments, and there was like one piece that kept that playing. I think like twice or three times
in the film, I think.
but it was nice, like with all those emotional beats, and I was like, that's like the score with all of those emotional beats is good. The soundtrack, the actual music that's used, like for me, I couldn't take it. It was like we took all the hits that were hits in 2006 and they put it in this film. Like, you don't
want to be in a situation where you don't understand. You're just saying this stuff. These guys are out there. They're gonna come to your house. They're gonna beat the crap out of you. You don't know what this situation is.
No, but
getting licensed is for songs.
Yeah, I know getting license is tough. But if you can get a license, at least do the remix. Because if you get a popular song, but you just have it remixed, and when like the year
do you know the
popularity
structure around that?
No, it's that. It's
cheap. How do you know? You could have been able to get it for good prices on it.
No, to do the remix is cheap. Bro.
How do you know?
I know, because I know.
When you're a DJ.
Yeah.
In Step Up 2, which one is Step Up 2? The one with
Brian.
But Step Up 2 is also the one with where they dance in the rain, correct?
Yeah.
That's the last one I saw, and then I saw the 6th, 7th one. Which one was the last? Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, isn't that when they used the Michael Jackson track, right?
Yeah.
You see, but they have budget to go and get Michael Jackson.
No, but I'm saying
maybe they didn't have. Maybe they used what they had.
The hits that you used were good hits, but in
also think about it like this.
Form.
Maybe it's set during that time. Stumped you with that one, huh? Stumped you with that one. So now we've spoken about the technical elements, and we've spoken about the music, and we've spoken about all that stuff.
Let's speak about performances.
That's my favorite part. Let's get into that. I'm not going to be biased and say Nanyuso Dede was
say it. Say it. Say what you need to say.
Yeah. He exploded onto the screen like a Tasmanian devil.
Oh, okay.
That's what he did.
That's
no, without bias, I would say it was a great performance. It was a great performance. It was a good leading man. You know, we don't have leading men in South Africa.
Yeah.
And the last one we saw was hard to get, and that was the last one that I told you. Remember, I told you I was like, those two performers are leading characters, and then also there's I Number. That with the but we're getting into different stories. This is now let's stick to him. He moved. But Nanyuso Dede's a great performance. I really enjoyed watching him on screen. Again, it's very biased, so maybe I'll let you kind of.
No, he did a very good job. Good dancing, good performance. With. I think there's a subtlety to his performance that
it's an intensity. It's not a subtlety. Because the thing about Nyani, he's a very intense human being. I've met him once or twice. Nyani is very intense when it comes to performances, and he's preparing his characters, whatever. So from that, I assume.
No, but what
I know based on that, I know.
What I mean by subtlety is his performance came off very natural. It wasn't over the top. It wasn't an over exaggeration. And sometimes we do see with certain South African performers. But that's what it was. It felt very natural. You know what I mean? It didn't feel forced. It didn't feel over the top.
Again, I agree with you, but I don't want to be too biased because but I do believe he's a great performer because he really gets into the characters that he takes on. Yeah. So I was very happy with that, and especially because the film was story based. So it was a very big story based around dancing as opposed to dancing based around a very small story. Yeah.
And you had the guy that played like the main. The antagonist of the picture, Prince. His character's name was Prince. Good performance by him, very intense. He was intense, like the character called for intense character, called for very aggressive and stuff like that.
Well, he had a bad guy role to fill.
Yeah, and he did a good
like
job. Because he was a wounded animal. Because they had a lot of these shots where it was like him dancing and he's crying because of his emotional problems and dies to a bigger story. So I don't want to ruin it like going too much in with the story, but there was a likability in him. Very good big performance, and he really like it was basically the two between him and Nyani that kind of pulled it together.
But I'm a big fan of Amanda de Bond.
Yeah,
she's I have followed a lot of stuff that she's done, and I enjoy her performance. So I'm just gonna kind of point her out. Although the rest of the female performers are all great, but Amanda de Bond really.
So now let's get to the part. You know, we don't rate a film in.
We don't rank it.
Rate
or rank
Alright. In a the conventional,
like
kind of standardized
blah, blah. We do it according to how we feel about the film.
how we feel about the film. So the way we do it is, would you watch it in cinema again, buy the DVD, like stream it, VOD,
all my platforms,
Netflix, whatever, stream it, also /rent it. Watch it on DVD for free, never watch it.
Or never watch it again. Yeah, I would buy the DVD.
Would you buy the DVD?
I would buy the DVD, yeah. Now I'm going to do that for two reasons. One, because I enjoyed the film, but two, because I want to support South African filmmaking. And that's a big thing. I know we kind of tend to want to do that a lot. So I'll do both. I'll go watch it in circuit. Because that's the perfect place to go watch it, with an audience it's a full screening room, everybody, or cinema.
Yeah.
And everyone's in there and everyone's watching and everyone's having a good time, dance, like music. The vibe, it's made for an audience. It's not made for you to, I mean, you definitely go watch it again later by yourself. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, if you want to see it for the first time, see it with an audience. I think that would have, if the one thing I could change about when we saw it, it would be to kind of see it
with an audience,
as opposed to a bunch of critics.
Yeah.
That's
right. So thanks for watching this.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
All right.
You can tune in again for our next episode. In the meantime, subscribe, like all the links that we have down there, and come back next time. When is next time? Pretty soon. Pretty soon.
We won't be as long as we did this time.
Yeah. Won't be. The last time we were busy with making our first feature film. So
yeah.
Back off.